Hey guys, it's Rachel with Mr. Nola's. I wanted to hop on and do a video for you guys. We have a project box that's in our store, and I know you've seen tons of them out there. We've done so many classes here at Studio 504, and I wanted to show you something really fun. It's been in my head, so I wanted to kind of work it out with you guys, and now that I have a little bit of time to play, I want to see what I can create. So I thought I'd take you along for the ride. So bear with me, okay? So I want to show you some of the ones that we have created before. So these are cute little trays, little dishes. They're glass dishes. We put all kinds. We use a mermaid tail. There's all kinds of little beachy things in here. You can put this on your dresser. You can put your keys on it. You can look at it. You can give it as a gift. It can remind, you can use all your things from a vacation, maybe if you have some seashells and stuff like that laying around that you want to like preserve and make them last forever. You can make a cute little dish like this. So this is one of the ones that I've done. Here's another one that I've done. You can do any color tail. You could do any color water. You could put any kind of little embellishments in it. You don't even have to use a mermaid tail. You can actually use anything. This one was made with a teddy bear, and I just put some little cute stuff in there. Isn't that cute? So today I'm going to be doing one that is kind of not so cute, but I have been muddling this around in my brain for a little while. Okay, so I thought, since we got these cute little Fisher Friends shaped glitters, these little shark glitters, instantly I was like, oh look, those sharks should eat a mermaid. Don't ask me why, it's just what happened. So I was like, okay, I could do that. So before I got on here, I took my Dremel and I made my mermaid tail look like it had a bunch of bites in it. Do you see that? Like there's a bite right here, there's a bite right here, there's a bite right here, and right here. So my plan is to make my dish, put my water in there, put my Fisher Friends circling around, and then chum the water. Okay, so I know it's kind of getting close to Halloween, so maybe this will be Halloween-y. Maybe it'll be one that you can share with your older boys. I know a lot of people like sharks and fun stuff, so I could promise you no mermaids were hurt in the making of this dish, okay? So just let's see what we can go, okay? So I'm going to turn you down, and I'm going to show you the things that we're going to be working with, and then I'll show you step by step. All right? Cool. Let's see. Let me turn my epoxy mixer off somehow. All right, so the first thing we're going to use, these are the things that we're going to be working with. All right, let's see if I can, I'll move you this way. You know, bear with me and stuff. All right, so we have a clear dish. This came in our project box. You can get them from the Dollar Tree. You can get them from anywhere. These are pillar candle holders. I like this one because it's got like a textured, let me find you, a textured bottom. So it kind of gives it like already a cool effect, right? I will be working with the Marabou inks today. I have all the blues and the turquoise. Let me put you where I can find you. How about right here? Let's see if I can drop you down a little bit so you can maybe see a little bit closer. How about this? Make sure. Technical difficulties. That's all right. I just want to make sure that you're getting a really good view. All right. So we can put you down a little bit. I think it's this one that'll go down. Woo! There we go. Got you a little closer now. All right. Cool. Right? There you go. Perfect. Okay. So we have our dish. I'm going to be working with the Marabou alcohol inks. I have all the blues. I have the magic sauce my secret sauce. It's the rainbow. I don't know if you guys, if this is the first time you've ever watched me, I put this on everything that I use with alcohol and a lot of things that I don't. Okay, I have some red because I'm going to try to paint the tail. I have my mermaid tail that looks like my sharks have bitten into. So we're going to take a little bit of alcohol ink and we're going to like cover it. We're going to like paint those little areas. I have some white pinata alcohol ink. I'll show you how to make the really pretty waves in the water. I have these little cups. This is what I mix my epoxy in when I'm coloring it. I have our fish are friends, which are little shark shapes, really cute. I have some other little seashells, embellishments, and stuff like that we can add. I'm not sure if I'll add. And then I have some magic sand that I have mixed together. So this is sand and glitter and some seashells and all kinds of little sorts of things if we feel like that's what we need. So let me go grab some gloves because that is very important. So I will get my gloves on and we will get going here. All right. All right. So I'm going to put this to the side and I'm going to show you guys how I mix my epoxy, okay? So I already have my pre-mixed epoxy over to the side. I have a pretty big batch. If you see, this is what it looks like, really clear. So what I do is I break down my cups. I normally break down when I do this, when I do one of these, I usually break it down in 3. I'll have a dark color water and a light color water, and just a little bit I save to mix the white into to create the waves. But so since I'm gonna chum the water, I'm gonna have an extra one. So I'm going to go ahead and break down my epoxy. So there's this one. So that's 1, 2. You don't need that much for the white because the white is just a little bit and you're going to blow it around. And I probably won't need that much for the red either. I have just a hunch. All right, so there we go. So I'm gonna put a couple drops in here. This is cherry red marabou. It looks kind of Halloweenish already. Another tip is when I'm mixing little cups, I just cut my popsicle sticks in half because you don't really need a full one. And that way you get 2 stir sticks for each one. All right, so then I'm going to take the gentian blue. This is the dark blue, which I like a lot. You don't want to mix too much alcohol inks into your epoxy because then it won't set up. And then I'm going to add I think turquoise is the one that I like. Yep, it's kind of a lighter blue. So I just add about 5 or 6 drops. I'm going to mix this together and see if this is dark enough for me. It's a pretty dark color. Now I'm remembering I don't want this incredibly too dark because I am going to put some other little things swimming in the water. So I kind of want to be able to see the little things swimming in the water. So this one's really nice and clear. All right, and then my red. I might want my red a little redder. Not really sure. We're gonna see. So let me grab a Q-tip because I want to paint the ends of my mermaid tail. All right, so while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and take my mermaid tail where, you see where I have the spots cut out? So I'm going to take a little bit, I'm going to put a couple little drops of this red alcohol ink in this thing, this little container. And I'm going to take my Q-tip, and I'm going to see if I can color this a little bit. I don't know that I will be able to, but we're going to give it a whirl. So it doesn't have to be too red on the blue part, of course, because, you know, you can't really see it. But that's why I used a two-tone tail, because I think that you'll be able to really see it up here at the top. Little morbid, but, you know, I just had it in my head, so I wanted to get it out there. I think it's because I just got finished watching Shark Week, right? So, all bloodied up and all kinds of bites taken out of it, I think. I think that's good. What you think? Does it look like it's been chomped on? Okay, so we're going to set this to the side and let it dry for a second. All right, let's see if I need to mix any of this red into here. I'm just going to pour it in there so I don't waste any. All right. I'm going to mix this up a little bit here. So this is my chum, my red stuff. And so then the last one, I'm going to add a few drops of the white. You want this really white because this is what creates the waves at the end. All right, so let's see. There's my white caps. All right. Alrighty. So I'm going to take my plate. I'm going to throw that away so we don't get it on us. So now I'm going to take my, whoops, put the lids back on so I don't make a mess. I'm going to take my lightest color and pour it in the middle. You can put this any way you want. You could put the light one in first. You could put the dark one in first. You can drop them. You can make it all one color if you want. This is totally your preference. Okay. So that's nice in the center. You can see the center of the plate. Okay. So then here's my darker blue. So I'm just going to pour this around. Might need a little bit more, but it's better to have too less than too much. You don't want to overfill your plate, because then whatever the little decorations and stuff that you put in will sink way far to the bottom. So you don't need a whole bunch in here. You just want it enough to fill it up. So this might be okay because I still have to add some red to it. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick the plate up. I'm going to move it all around. I want to make sure it gets all the way to the edges. Like so. So that green and that blue are mixing together really nicely. Alright, then we'll come back this way. By all means, if you want your water darker, you can do it darker. I kind of want it a little bit translucent because I'm going to be adding some sharks swarm in the water. Okay, so at this point, if you want to take a torch, you can, and pop those bubbles really quickly, like so. That way your water's all clear. So then I am going to take my Fisher Friends. I'm going to put a few in this little jar right here to the side, because I'm going to try to place these, try is the key word, to place these haphazardly, very distinctly. Let me grab my picking tool. All right, I'm going to use my jewel picker. So I'm going to use this. This is one of the products that we carry online. It's called a jewel picker, and it's really cool to pick up tiny shaped glitters and place them where you want them to go. So let me show you. So it has two ends. It has a thick end and it has a fine point end. That's the end I'm going to be using. So watch, I can just pick up, I can pick up one Sharky and I can place the shark down in the water like that. So I will take these and place them all the way around. Let's see. It doesn't matter which way they go. I just want it to look like I have lots of sharks in my water. Actually, I'm going to use the bigger end real quick. I can grab it better. There we go. So, no rhyme or reason. Too much. I'm just going to place them. Want to make sure that if I get epoxy on my picking tool, I just wipe it off. There's a lot of sharks in this water. So if you're doing a different plate, a little different setup than this one, you would want to wait for about 15 or 20 minutes till your epoxy set up just a little bit before you placed your embellishments on top, like seashells or anything like that. But since this is just glitter, I figured I can just put it on the top and it's going to be fine. If it sets in, it sets in. It's fine. I just want to make sure that the sharks are everywhere. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. Looks like they're swimming. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. So it kind of looks like they're swarming, right? Some sort of pattern or something, or maybe. Man, this picking tool is a lifesaver and super easy to use. Alright, maybe one or two more. Let's see. Oops, that little guy he's out of formation. Dude, get back in line. Alright, go here. Alright, so let me get something, because this little guy decided he didn't want to listen. He wants to do his own thing. Clearly, that's not how this works, sir. You need to get back in formation. Thank you very much. Alright, crisis averted. Alright. Make sure. I think I got, oh, there's the double one. That's a double. That one was stuck together. I didn't see it. That's alright. That could be a mama shark. Someone with the baby shark on the back. Alright. I think I got a lot of sharks in here. I mean, can there be too many sharks at a mermaid feeding? I don't know. Questions that I don't know the answers to. Oops. Okie dokie. Alright, so let me wipe off my picking tool. Put that to the side. I'm going to put these in the garbage so I don't do anything with that. Alright, so This is what we got so far. Do you see the little swarm of sharks? Dun, 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 dun. All right, so then I'm going to take this red and I'm going to send, I moved my plate and that one's starting to come in. So I'm going to take my red. I'm going to put the red right here in the middle. That's where I'm going to put my mermaid. My mermaid that was food. So I have a couple bubbles. Pop them out real quick. Turn this down really low. Somebody has played with it and turned it up really high. All right, got all those bubbles out. Now, I have my mermaid that has clearly either been eaten or looks like she's ready for a 4th of July party. Okay? So, I think my epoxy is almost ready for this. You know what? I forgot a step, guys. I forgot to put some. So I'm going to put this to the side. So I'm going to take a little bit of this white. Okay. Like I said, I'm winging this. This has never been done before, at least by me. So it's thick. It's ready now, right? I like it this way. So I'm going to try. Oops, yep, too much. I'm going to try to put those down here. I think I'm going to have a Sharknado when I start to move these waves around. Pretty sure I'll have a Sharknado. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? Sharknado. So there's my waves. I may have to add more sharks. I probably should have done my waves before the sharks. Can you guys see? Let's see. Is that better or worse? Okay. So I have my heat gun. I'm going to put it on low and I'm going to try to blow these waves out a little bit. Actually, it has to be on the high. So you want to hold your heat gun at an angle and then blow that white. See how it's moving the water around? That's what you want to do. Oh, and the sharks are moving. They are still winning. Swim, sharky, swim. So these sharks have been through a tornado, hurricane. Not too bad. I think they'll survive. What you think? You think they'll survive? Let's see. We might need to put some more in there, but that's all right. So now you see your waves on the top of the water? That's fine. Maybe I'll put some more and blow them around, and then I'll just put another layer of sharks. That's what I'll do. Let's see. So we're going to add some more waves. We're going to add some more waters to some more white to cause more waves. Let's see. Oops, that might be a little bit much. Oh, yeah, see? I knew that was going to happen. That's all right. We're going to blow it out. These sharks are flipping all kinds of crazy. There we go. All right, perfect. Perfect. Look how pretty that water looks. Can y'all see it? All right, so of course, moving all those sharks around, blowing them all over, I need to add some more sharks. So I'm going to add a little bit more red to this because I want a little bit more concentrated before I put it in the center. So I added a little bit more red because I really want to make it red. All right, and we're going to plop that right in the middle, right there. Okay, we're going to let that sit for a minute, just like it is. We're not going to touch it. Okay, I'm going to take this and heat out some of those bubbles though real quick. So we're done with that. But we're gonna add some more. We're gonna add some more sharks to this feeding frenzy. That way they're on different levels. We have them on the top of the water. We have them under the water. We have them under the waves. They're swimming forwards. They're swimming backwards. This one's trying to swim out. No, sir, get back in there. It's time to eat. I'm about to feed you some mermaid. Some delicious mermaid. These are all stuck together. Don't do that. Don't stick together. Oh, their fins are stuck together. There we go. Alrighty. I'm going to put some over here in the red too. These might be the ones that we're chomping on our Miss Mermaid. Alrighty. Oops. All right. Make sure you wipe off your picking tool if you get epoxy on it, because that'll ruin it. It's too handy of a tool to ruin. A couple more bubbles in there with this torch. There we go. All right, I think we have created. Okay, so you see how it's really moving, it's still really loose. I'm gonna have to let this sit here for about 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna come back in and we're gonna add our tail. So give me a moment. All right, and we're back. Now our epoxy is nice and set. It's not completely hard, but it's solid enough to where when we put Miss Bloody Mermaid tail on there, she's not going to go anywhere. She's going to get down where she needs to go, and she's going to stay. So I will just squish her down in the middle of that chum, and I do believe we might be finished, folks. So let's see if we can get it. Let's see if we can scooch back. We will lift this up. All right. And it is us. And so now this is what we have. So we have our water that's been chummed up. We have our mermaid that has some chunks taken out of her. And we have our sharks swimming about, munching on a mermaid. So I know this wasn't a traditional mermaid tail plate, but I hope you guys had fun with me. I had a lot of fun. I'm very happy with it. It's going to gross some people out, but that's okay. Art is about what you think about it, and this has been chumming but bump in my head for a long time. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have any questions, concerns, anything like that, just leave me a message. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my new channel. I'm working on adding some really cool stuff. And if there's something that you guys want to see, just let me know in the comments below. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye now.